Well, good morning, Bob Schaefer. Just heard you on CBS this morning and showing pictures of the Kennedy assassination. Heard all the Mrs. King, who co-anchors the news on CBS. Um, you all were talking about how sad in history and seeing your president's brain blown out. You calling Oswald a cold-blooded killer. All these good words, and you believe that's just what it was, you said. Um, all these years, everybody's known what happened to me. I'm sitting here, and I pray that I live long enough to see it told. You'd have to force you Americans, you media, to tell the truth, and it's been done to me. So, you were talking about how graphic and how much pain and how sick Magruder was in filming it. Well, I was kidnapped and brought over here. This is my dad. I'm going to go through this one more time and pray that it's told. This is my Uncle George, who worked for the American government and took out his own brother with the Kennedys, Joe Kennedy. Was ambassador to Great Britain. He and my Uncle George, Roosevelt, New World Order, Rockefellers, Rothschilds. Took out my dad, kidnapped me, a baby, brought me to Moulton, Alabama, and gave me another name, Peggy Ann Childers. Here's Lizzie. Ain't she sweet? Illegal monarch. Here's the imposter that married Wallace Simpson. Now, this has all been done with the help of the United States government and its people and the media. Okay, since the media pretends it doesn't know anything about me, or they don't give a damn, or what kind of media doesn't know about me and what I've been telling. My point being, I guess, to make it quick, is okay, excuse me if my feelings are just, after my life of hell, I'm 74, almost 75, can barely walk. And I've laid this out to the media. I've walked, faxed, emails, certified, when I had no money and had to crawl to get it there with the door slammed in my face. Now then, forgive me if I remember the cop's name that was shot, but who was the man that was in the jail and shot Lee Harvey Oswald? You're talking about programming. He even died of cancer, I believe, he was programmed. That's what I've been telling. You can create an illness or cure it through mind control, just like programming the person to run up and shoot. So this has been told over and over, and look how many died that viewed the Kennedy shooting. Now then, my point is here really is you took out my dad, you installed your own monarch, you stole the British blind, made them fight your wars and turn everything over to you. It puzzles me, really puzzles me, that you find it so appalling, the Kennedy shooting, and Jackie Kennedy climbing up there and all that. And every step of the way, I've met you on a one-to-one basis. And you've laughed, you've found fun, you've tried to kill me, to shut me up, anything and everything. I met you, I know. So you can't lie to me should you ever be held accountable for any of this. Go back to your Jew Hammond Miller, and his wife, a German Jew. And Berg, I went there for, I thought, depression. When I left, I had been shocked over the years, psychotic drugs, given a diagnosis of murder, which was a total lie. And if this is ever told, it'll be proven. But what are you going to do for me now? You're still lying, Bob Schaefer. Schaefer, I hope I got that right. I love you. You're a bunch of cold-blooded killers and should be held accountable. You and your psychiatrists that say you don't know the difference in mind control and mental illness. Boy, mental illness took a rap because the press doesn't know what it's doing. If they tell this, it shows you for what you are. You're just a hand of the American government. So back to this. You found that so appalling that your president, that his father helped kidnap me, Joe Kennedy. They're mafia. Now then, I wish you would have to watch me get shocked time after time after time. Psychotic drugs, what it did to my children, what you did to my children. Then you had Victor Gonzalez. I've said this before. Doctor at Parkland, when John Kennedy was taken there, he just happens to be at Redstone Army Hospital in Huntsville when Hammond Miller, doctor, Jew, psychiatrist, is shocking for the hell of it. Just because he could. Because I'm English. I'm British. I'm the monarch they kidnapped. Okay. Now then, my husband is transferred or goes to work for Lockheed Marietta. Go say this again. Who shows up over there ahead of me is Dr. Victor Gonzalez. And my husband took me to him. He was waiting for me. It was all planned. Shocked. 7 years of torture, psychotic drugs. Then when I managed to get an attorney, Fulton County attorney, to take it, I didn't, how do I know? I accepted the diagnosis, which I now know was nothing but a lie, a diagnosis to kill me. So there was a gag order put on it. But this also involves mind control patterns of people that are killed, and the man should have been locked away. He was under investigation. Now, so I don't run out my time. You all enjoyed this. You did, as I ran up and down the side of the road. April Fool Day of '80, I was still full of antifreeze. You know what that does to your brain? Schiffer or 60 Minutes or any of you great American media sources here. By the way, CBS, NBC, ABC, all around me here have known all this from at least October of '86 when I departed Trailway or Greyhound bus here at 3 o'clock in the morning with no place to go and no money and 3 o'clock at night. So get to the point. My children used to say, get to the point, Mom, before you lose what you're trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, where's your conscience, America? You find this cold-blooded killer Kennedy. You find that appalling, sick at your stomach. You can't watch it. Just sick over it. And you found fun in a baby that was kidnapped. Because of my name and because of who did it, it was acceptable crime. That you brought me here, gave me a name of a twin. I can't even use my real name. I can't file suit. I can only live in hell. And don't ever tell me if you should ever have to be held accountable that you didn't enjoy it. I saw you enjoy it. Day by day. Okay, then you can go to April 1st. I said that I was still full of antifreeze. I'd written a book about mind control murders. And Dr. Larry McDonald, congressman, his plane later went down, and I got in that campaign. Oh, you should have seen the fiasco in trying to kill me there. What transpired. Then I worked for the DA, Fred Simpson, in Huntsville. And that's where the Watergate tapes were role-played. And I remembered Victor Gonzalez um, taking me across Atlanta from Lenox Park to Atlanta. I guess it was Lenox. No, it wasn't either. It was out at Northside Hospital then. And he drugged me and took me there to the railroad tracks in College Park. Took me into a clinic and laid me on a bed with his other doctors and a phone behind my head and another doctor. And it was Henry Kissinger on it. And if my people didn't come through, they were going to lobotomize me. So I've lived through every day of hell, telling the media about it, begging, pleading. I guess, why is it fun to take a baby? And I hope you have to see the pigsty and all of that. I hope and pray that it's got in there somewhere, and you're forced to watch it for my entire life, because it's been one day of hell and breaking the law. And while you say, this is America, God bless America, freedom of speech, I can't even say my name without fear being locked up. You found joy in torturing me. I can hardly walk. So tell me, because I'm leaving out, you can't tell it, what this country's done to me. I mean, why do you look at me and find so much fun in beating up a lady, and you're caring for a cold-blooded killer, John Kennedy?